We are live. This is Reseller Wake Up, episode 187. What's going on, everybody? Hope everybody's had a good opportunity to sleep in and get some stuff done this morning. I know I've been cracking since about 4 o'clock, but I got pretty good Amazon shipments sitting here ready to go, so that was good. Just got to put a couple more little things in. What about y'all? How's the morning going?
Yeah,
Yep.
I guess alright.
Just
Yeah. Still planning that serial killer spree, Adam?
Oh, absolutely. Might as well, right?
Always planning that. That's always going on. What's
yeah.
up, Sky? How you doing, man?
I've been up long enough. I took a nap already today.
Yeah. Yo, get everything processed from that trip?
Yeah, everything's out. There's a couple odds and end items that were used that because I did a lot of thrifting. I'd never been to a Saver, so I think I ended up going to 8 of them. They were pretty cool.
Yeah, the Savers around here keep closing. We had 4 of them in Denver like 2 years ago, and I think they're down to 1 or 2 now. And because they've closed the 2 closest to me, and then there's another one that's I can still get there, but it's just not even worth it. I hate that Savers. I've heard such good things about them, like on the East Coast. Seems like they're the ones to go to, but here in Denver, I mean, seriously, guys, get on Goodwill's website, type in the Denver area code, and look at what pops up. I mean, it's like a sea of red. We've got so many freaking Goodwills here. They're just dominating. So, what about you, Jake? How's it going, man? Can't hear you. What about you, Brian? How you doing?
I'm doing okay. I've just been screwing around with that merch by Amazon.
I've been really wanting to look into that. I was looking at some of the T-shirts this morning. I see you've gotten quite a few of them set up. Have you sold any shirts yet?
Me? No, I just started last night.
Oh, okay. I thought I saw you. So were you just throwing pictures up of like ideas, or I thought you
Yeah.
had some listed?
No, they're actually listed. I mean, it's actually fairly simple. You just start with a blank background file, not white, not black, just transparent background. 4,500 pixels by 5,500 pixels tall, and go to town. You
Just put
save it,
on whatever you want, huh?
yeah, save it as a PNG file,
Okay.
then that's what you upload to Amazon.
So you upload it to Amazon, charge however much you want for the shirt, and what's your cost on a sold shirt?
My cost, nothing.
No, 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 no. There's a cost. Like when you sell a shirt for $15, how much do you get?
Oh, that's the profit from it. The proceeds, $15.99. I think it's $5 and some odd cents.
So like $10 goes to Amazon, and then you get the other 5.
Yeah, something like that.
That's still pretty good. I mean, if you get a good shirt that starts selling, like you're selling 4 or 5 a day or whatever, that's not bad as long as it's just consistent. And then when if you've got 10 shirts like that, then now all of a sudden it's legit.
Yeah, I mean, but you got to be careful. Like starting out, you're only allowed 25 designs until you sell 25 shirts. Then you're allowed 100 designs. So starting out, maybe play with 1 or 2 designs to figure out how to make the shirt. After that, get busy with good designs.
Now, did you set up a new account for it, or are you just using your regular FBA account?
I set up a new account. I set up a new account, and I didn't see an option to go into my FBA one, so I had to do everything over, like the tax form, set up the bank account, and all that. So it's separate, I guess.
Yeah,
But
gotcha.
I didn't see any way to connect it to my FBA account. I wasn't given that option.
Oh, so it is a totally separate entity then. Like you can't make T-shirts with your FBA account.
I don't know. I just know the way I did it, it did not give me the option.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it
Maybe,
sounds like it's just another thing.
yeah.
But I mean, I've been watching a lot. Chris Green's been posting all kinds of stuff, like shirt ideas and stuff. He's probably doing them too. But I mean, I've been looking. I don't know. seems like T-shirts are a pretty saturated market right now. Like, there's so many people trying to pimp their shirts, but however, once you put it or once you're done, it's done, and you don't have to worry about it anymore. So I could see why it would be worth it to, like, no reason not to if you've got any creativity at all.
And also, it's no cost to you.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't cost anything.
So it's basically like Cafe, the Amazon version of Cafe Press.
Yes, that's what it is.
Yeah, Cafe Press, Zazzle. I just don't know if they do the same process with their shirts as what Cafe Press did a long time ago when I was messing with them.
Did you ever sell anything on Cafe Press?
I think I sold a couple of shirts over the course of a year because I was trying it out for a year.
Mm.
And I said, well, that's not worth my time.
Oh, I bought one. I still wear it. It says "I love Brian." Is that the one?
Oh, is it like a gray Ralph Lauren base?
Yeah, it was gray. It said "I love Brian." Had a big rainbow flag over the top of it. Yeah, totally kidding. Oh, sorry, wrong show.
Yeah. So what's up with you, Dusty?
Original if it's slim fit.
Yeah, slim fit. I would look like a freaking pig in a blanket, like a pancake with a sausage inside of it. Not much, just whatever. I've already shipped all my crap out this morning. I kind of like this later show start thing. I don't have to have my tape gun going during the show.
Right.
Yeah, sun's starting to come out. I'm so caught, man. It's been like 9 days of gloomy, drizzly, foggy, depressing weather, and I'm like, I just need to see the sun. So, yeah, not much going on. Going to the Bama game this weekend, Scott.
Very nice, very nice.
Yeah, except for the fact it's a night game and it's going to be a high of 60 that day, a low of 45, and it's going to be raining. So,
it's LSU and Bryant Denny. Who cares?
Yeah, that's true. And nothing a little plastic flask can't hide or can't take care of.
Right.
I already told my wife, I said, with that kind of weather, which I think every LSU game we've ever been to has been, whether it's there or here, it's always cold. So, yeah, I want to definitely sneak some whiskey into that one. That's what sucks is that SEC stadiums don't allow, for those that don't know, they don't allow beer, liquor sales or whatever, which is hopefully someday they'll. Wait, are there any SEC stadiums that do? I thought didn't Texas or not?
Not that I'm aware of.
I think they're all. I think that's maybe an SEC rule or something. So yeah, but I mean, everybody and their grandmother sneaks stuff in. They don't pat you down. They like spot check purses, and every woman knows how to put miniatures in their bra and down in their shoes. And
That's why Amazon sells Camelbacks.
that's the awesome thing about college football games, at least in the South, is it's like once you get in the stands, everybody's passing the whiskey back and forth and having a good old time. So
Yeah. Biggest thing I'm looking forward to next year is being 3 hours away and going to quite a few games.
I think when I was in college, I don't remember ever making it out of the tailgate.
Yeah, anytime I go to a baseball game or a football game, I either end up staying at the tailgate party through the whole thing, or I end up in a bar.
And it's like I'm from Jacksonville, Florida Georgia game. The game's not in the stadium. The game's out there in the parking lot.
Right? About the first 10 minutes or so is just me getting in line at the beer stand, getting my beer, going back to the end of the line. And then by the time I get back to the front, I'm done. Time for another one. Do that 3 or 4 times, then I'm ready to watch the game.
Yeah, when I was at Alabama, all the bars are right outside the game, outside of the stadium, so you just fall out of the stadium into the bars. But now they've moved them all downtown. It's too much effort.
Yeah, well, the Rockies Stadium, the football stadium's kind of tough. There's not really a whole lot of bars around there, but the Rockies Stadium, it's like you step outside and you're surrounded by blocks and blocks of bars in downtown. So it's a pretty good location. And plus they have a bar in the stadium. So. But I don't know. I don't really pay attention to college sports. I don't pay attention to sports at all. I just go to the football or the baseball games sometimes when I can get tickets cheap. But so let's see.
Jake, are you there?
Is quarter 4 kicked in for anybody yet?
Nope.
You know, I've listed I've just been focused on eBay the last like week or so, and since Sunday, I think I've listed 50 items on eBay, and I've gotten 2 sales. It's very strange, like totally uncharacteristic. I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm not listing junk. I'm listing stuff that should be like blowing out. I don't know what's going on, but eBay has just come to a grinding halt for me over the last week or so.
From what I heard with eBay, they're having issues.
This morning, just trying to ship 2 labels and use Markdown Manager to run a sale and stuff, I kept getting all the error pages like every other time. So I'm wondering if that's affecting the buying end as well.
Yeah, I've been getting the error pages too. Like I just got one. I just went to check my eBay and I refreshed the page and it came up an error.
So people have been reporting glitches for like the last few days, even for mobile.
That sucks. They better fix that. Yeah, it's actually started a sale yesterday, thinking that that might kick something off, and I got 0 sales last night. I was like, I listed like 15 items just yesterday, and nothing. I mean, it's so strange. Never happens.
Did you do a sale across all your stuff?
Yeah, I just did like a straight up, I think a 15% off sale on every item in my store.
I went in and did 10% off this morning. You got a minimum duration of 24 hours, and I've got a bunch of stuff that ends like in 25 hours, I think. So I just went in with all my inventory and did a 24-hour sale for 10% off. I mean, it can't hurt. Worst it can do is kind of bump up your sales, but it's not like 10% is really, you're really going to miss that on most items.
Yeah, I mean, there are a couple things that it might, if it does sell at that 20% off, then I might not make anything, because like really small stuff that, I do a lot of, well, I don't do a whole lot, just like every once in a while I do little $7, $8 smalls, free shipping.
Right.
But it's stuff that I paid nothing for.
Well, I take that back. I did it on everything $9.99 and above. I didn't do it on I've got a lot that are like feedback builders. They're like $4.99 free shipping. I didn't do it on any of those this time. And sometimes I actually do, because if I break even after first class shipping of like $2 and it's a item that's, quote unquote bulletproof, it's brand new in the pack, like fingernail clippers or something, they can't bitch. I mean, there's no way that you get a defect on it. I don't care if I break even. I just look at those kind of feedback builders.
Right, exactly. Yeah, eBay is a roller coaster. I mean, it's one of these mornings I'm going to wake up and there's going to be like 10 sales or something, I know, but just, it's weird. I mean, usually when I get to a certain level as far as items listed, then I kind of know I can expect a certain number of sales every day. And where I'm at now, I mean, I should be selling something. I mean, it should be like 5 or 6 items a day on average.
Oops, sorry.
Hey, there you go.
That's Dustin's way of talking shit right there.
Right?
I forgot what it sounded like. There you go.
That was actually one of my items that sells, like, some car fuses that sell really good on a regular basis. So that's kind of normal. I mean, it's like $12 and they get free shipping. I make $10 off every one. Can't complain about that.
Right.
Oh, sorry.
Still can't hear me?
Now we can.
Now we can't
Hey!
No, we still can't hear you.
So what's going on, Jake?
Oh, nothing. Just fixing up my replens list, going through it, making sure everything is still buyable.
Right.
Because sometimes that stuff changes, man, and you don't know it, and you're like, dang, I haven't sold nothing in a while, and you look and like Amazon is raping every one of your listings.
Mm-hmm. They jump on it and they cut the price in half or something.
Right.
I have 0 replens right now. I mean, closest thing to replens I have is just like the go-tos that I know every time I walk into GameStop. This game is going to be this much. I can sell it for this much on Amazon.
Right.
Never fails. That's the closest thing to a replen, and that's all used stuff. But
I need to get better at thrifting for Amazon. I'm always scared to do it, to be honest.
yeah, I'm sitting here looking at this pile, and it's all either thrifted stuff or stuff in my storage unit. All of it came from the Weigh and Pay, actually, I think.
The margins are 10 times better like that, but man, Something about it terrifies me.
Yeah. I don't know. And plus, I don't really have to care about the rank. I mean, if I'm paying $1 or $2 a piece for something, and I'm selling it for $15, $20, $30, $50, what do I care if it's gonna sit there for 6 months? I mean,
Right.
now that I got the repricer in there, it's doing its job for sure. I mean, I'm really happy with how that's working out. But let's see.
I had the pleasure of learning how to use the Amazon Seller app
Really?
um, forcibly. Profit Bandit did some kind of update and jacked everything up, man. I couldn't.
know. I can't even use Profit Bandit right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I keep meaning to, like, Profit Bandit is unusable. Have you?
Well, they did an additional update last night. I was talking back and forth. I think it was Jordan on email. He and I were going back and forth. He kept saying, "Okay, I tried this, and I'll test this, and I'll change this." Like, supposedly there should be a new update that comes out in the next day or so, but
Yeah.
it didn't help me on the weekend. That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you've got Inventory Lab, right? You got your free trial, so you can try Sourcify.
Scoutify or whatever.
Scoutify, whatever it is. I don't know what the name of it is, but I should download that right this second while I'm thinking about it, because I keep telling myself I'm going to, and then when I'm thinking about it, I'm in the store, and it's like, I'll download it when I get home, and then I forget to.
That's what happened to me. I was already out, so it was like the only other thing I had was the Amazon Seller app.
Yeah. How did it work for you?
Actually worked out really good. I was kind of surprised at how fast I was able to go through things using the little camera deal, whatever you have to use the camera to.
It's actually really fast. People think there's like a misconception. It's actually pretty damn fast, as long as the camera on your phone doesn't suck.
Yeah.
If the camera on your phone sucks, you're SOL.
Yeah, I don't think it's bad. I like it for what it is, but I don't know why my phone's not connecting to the Wi-Fi. This is weird.
I think the biggest complaint most people have with it is you can't use a scanner because you have to touch the screen every time using a scanner instead of hands-free.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Is that my Danica here?
Yes!
Hi, Mama.
I love you. It's not possible.
Oh, jeez.
What just happened?
I don't really know. I'm just.
It's called The Women Took Over the Show.
Oh.
Make sure you put the thumbnail as like rainbows or something.
I was like, we're live, and she's like, I don't care.
Judging by,
Tristan and I take over everything, so...
judging by who's on the panel, it looks like women are already running this show.
Oh my God, she just loves to get me in trouble. And
Hey, I resemble that remark.
Yeah, so
Yeah, we need your wife, Mike.
where's the eject button?
Just
wow, thanks.
Paul's like, how do I leave quickly?
Well, I was going to kick Dusty out.
This whole
Oh,
Wednesday
Dusty.
show thing is not working out.
Thanks, babe. I just.
I thought you were running away.
Oh, no, I'm good.
You should be used to me by now. Good Lord.
Oh, yeah. So I just downloaded Scoutify.
Me
And
too.
it's not taking my password.
Mine's working.
This is weird. Yours is working?
Yeah, I just downloaded it and now I'm going to test it out on something.
Oh, you
there
got
it
new shelves,
Got it.
Mikey.
Alright, so pretty simple little screen. Just basic.
It says nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing. Scan. Scans quickly. And, yeah, brings up the stuff.
I would totally think there was something wrong, though, if I saw that screen that was just like, I would think it hadn't loaded yet.
Yeah.
Like, God.
Yeah, brought the thing up. It's got all the information. It doesn't, however. Let's see. Where do you put in the cost?
Hit the little lines on the top left.
No, if you hit the in the middle on the bottom, the little negative number, if you hit it, it'll bring up the call screen.
Oh, okay. $0. And then, yeah. How do you change from new to used? Oh, there we go.
What's this buy used thing?
Yeah. Yeah, seems pretty good. I still like Profit Bandit better when it works though. But if I do decide to pay for Inventory Lab, then I'll probably switch over to Scoutify just so I don't have to worry about.
Is Profit Bandit down again?
It's just screwed up. It's not accurate at all. Like it's.
Oh.
Yeah, something's going on with it, and it was really frustrating me when I was at the Wampay over the weekend or yesterday, and then a couple of days ago I was at the store and it did the same thing. I mean, it's been doing it for like 3 or 4 days, I think, right?
Yeah, it's been since the weekend, I believe.
Yeah, just wonky, but I don't know.
Well, it was a new update. My wife got the update first. My phone seems to be behind on the updates. So she got it, and we thought that hers like glitched out. Like we didn't realize it was an update. And then I got the update like 15, 20 minutes later. We were like, we can't scan. We're totally like, we don't know what to do. I can't.
You're all freaking out like, what?
So we just sat down in the middle of the Walmart.
Fix it.
With our legs crossed and.
You see you guys sitting in the aisle rocking back and forth.
Right.
Not working.
We're like humming Kumbaya.
You see if they've got like a fire going. They're like grabbing stuff off the shelves.
We're making
Warps. Fire first.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I've been, we were talking last night, like me and Dusty and Chad and a couple other people in a hangout about some of the stuff we've been thinking about doing. And I know on the Facebook group, if you're getting here from there, then I said I had a proposition for everybody. Not sure how it's going to work yet. Kind of thinking there's a bunch of different ways that I could do it, but I created a new Facebook group last night called well, it was supposed No. It was supposed to be wholesale to resale at first, but then we talked about it and decided to change the name because I don't want people to get the impression that we're trying to like wholesale like real wholesalers, you know. This would be more like a reseller type thing, you know, like where the people that I know and trust that have a lot of stuff that sell that are like legit resellers, whatever, we end up with a lot of stuff that we don't have time to get to for various reasons, you know. And it's still good stuff. It's stuff that we bought with every intention to sell. And I mean, obviously sometimes it's because we can't sell it because we find something wrong with it that we didn't notice when we bought it or something. But I mean, that's very rare for me. I mean, I double check my stuff a lot. But yeah, the name of the group's the Honey Hole, Dusty.
I didn't say anything.
But anyway, yeah, we were like me. I've got so much really good clothing that I never have time to get to. You know, it seems like I'll buy, like especially going to the Wampay. You know, it's like yesterday I went there. I met Jenny Benny and Sam Merchandise there. I filled up a cart. I spent $35, and I mean, I'll sell one item and make that back, you know, out of the whole lot that I bought. And I could do it, you know, 10, 20 times that if I sold every single thing, but I know I'm going to take some of that stuff and set it aside and not get around to selling it. But I'm thinking about doing like lots, you know. Instead of a haul video, make it more like a sales video and post it up in this group so that people can see exactly like what they're going to get, and just let people make offers on it, you know. Or actually made another eBay account last night too, and I might use that. I don't know yet. I mean, I've heard horror stories of YouTubers that have haters, and then just takes a couple of people to screw up your PayPal account and your eBay account. And I don't think that I've got anybody that hates me that much, but I don't know. You know, you say the wrong thing, yeah, Dusty.
I was scratching on my arm.
You know, you say the wrong thing to make somebody mad, and it's just somebody that's crazy, then you never know. But yeah, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do, but I do know that I want to start, if there's interest, selling lots of clothes at very, very good prices, something that like prices that people would make good money or good returns on if they bought it from me, and it would just make it easier for me to, you know, blow some of this stuff out, and I can get that stuff every day. I mean, I can go to the Way and Pay every single day and fill up the cart, no problem. And you know, there's other stuff that I've got too that might be able to deal with, like this fishing gear that I'm messing around with right now. I'm trying to take inventory on it, and this, it's such crap. I hate it, you know. But I mean, I figure if I just, you know, fill up a large flat rate box of a ton of lures and reels and stuff like that, and then just, you know, take a couple pictures of it, put it up in a group, and see what people would offer me for it. Maybe that would be something that would be feasible. And I know, like I said, what about you, Dusty? What do you think?
I mean, I'm the same way. I've got a girl that. Ooh, did I just echo really bad?
Who the hell is echoing?
I've got a girl that comes by locally and buys. She's got a full-time job, but she's done eBay for several years. I mean, she's not new to it. She knows what she's doing. It's an old friend of my wife's, and she comes by about every other week and buys all my smalls. And when I say smalls, I go out and I buy in like large loads of stuff, or I'll go to a yard sale and just start making a pile and buy a bunch of it, knowing that a bunch of those items I'll never get around to listing. Not that there's anything wrong with them. It's just I kind of, like you said, you know, I go through, when I get home, I spend $100 at that yard sale, and I'll be like, okay, that item's worth 100, that item's worth 100. You know, I've doubled my money, and then all the rest of those things, and I just kind of throw them in a pile.
Yeah, you'll get around to it eventually, and then you never do.
Yeah, and it piles up and piles up. So she's been coming by and buying all that stuff from me, which has worked out great. But if I had a group to do it in, I mean, I would do that as well.
Right.
You know, don't have to mess with listing. I take a couple pictures. Here's a big box of stuff. It all fits in this box. I know how much it's going to cost to ship. You know, it's, you look at it and estimate that it's $200 or $300 worth of value or whatever, and I want $100 for it. Boom, done.
Yeah. Yeah. And like I said, I don't know if it can even work. It's just something that we've been throwing around and just thinking about, because I mean, it's, like I said, I just don't get around to getting everything listed that I need to, and I know there are people that they like the different niches more, you know. I mean, there's certain things that I'll grab, snatch them up, and list them right away, and then there's stuff that I get around to it eventually. And if I could have that way, and I know there are some other people on the panel that are the same way, you know, like if, I don't know, Jake, if I had like 100 hats or something, and they were all like sports hats and just decent hats, and I was getting them for 10 cents a piece at the Way and Pay, and I hit you up, and I was like, dude, I got 100 hats. Here's the picture. I mean, that's something you'd be interested in, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, you'd still get a great deal on them, and then, you know, it would still be one of those things where you buy the whole lot and you sell 3 or 4 of them and you make all your money back, and everything after that is your profit. You know, I mean, that's.
Yeah, it would definitely have to be like that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that I want to, like, you know, if it's a $20 pair of jeans, I'm not gonna try and get $10 for them, you know. But if I've got 20 pairs of Levi's that you can get $25 a piece for, and I'm selling the box for like $100, you know, seems like it would be like less than what some people pay at thrift stores, right? I mean,
for real.
I mean, it's because we do this back and forth anyway between ourselves. I mean,
I was going to say, this is more just opening it up to more people.
Yeah, just opening it up to the people that see us on the show that are, I mean, I hear about all these people in the groups, man, my thrift stores suck, I can't find anything, blah, blah, blah. It's like, well, I mean, I find more than I can handle, and I can find a lot more than I do currently if I had an outlet for it that I could just blow it out really fast, and I mean, it'd just be easier for me, you know. But I mean, like I said, I don't know how it's gonna work or if it can work or whatever. It really depends on the interest that people have, and I named the group the Honey Hole. So if you want to go, actually, it's wholesale to resale.
So hate that title.
You don't like the Honey Hole?
No.
No, it's still wholesale to resale. I tried to change it last night and it wouldn't take. So,
Thank God.
but like I said, I don't want. This isn't going to be a thing where anybody can post whatever they want and try and sell stuff and blah blah blah. I mean, it's got to be people that I know. If there are more, if you're one of those people that you're in the same situation and you've got a lot of stuff that you want to blow out, then I mean, if you get to know us, and
I think it would be interesting to kind of put a limit on who's allowed to post things for sale.
right,
That some people that you know in particular are credible, and then they're not going to be putting a box of crap together.
that's what I'm most concerned.
You know.
Damn it, that was my
Maybe,
plan.
like, have it open for buyers. You know, it's just being anyone. But
Yeah.
the sellers are in the beginning. You know, to get to know people, are just a certain select people. You know, they kind of have to get approval before they're able to just post, "Hey, I got this big box of stuff. You know, you want it or what?"
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, it's.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to get a reputation for being.
I got a box of rocks.
I got scammed in the honey hole.
Right.
I got scammed and fallen in the honey hole.
Right.
Dirty business in the honey hole.
But there also one thing you need to add to is how do you figure out what people are looking for? We know Jake likes hats.
Yeah.
Might be somebody who doesn't want to sell but is looking to add more inventory. That's something we don't normally pick up, but they say, "Hey, I'm looking for this."
Oh, like an in search of list?
Right?
Yeah. It's like, wow, I find that stuff all the time. You know.
Just don't know if people are looking for it.
Yeah. I mean,
Wow.
like my idea for what I'm gonna be listing at first, it's gonna be like a lot of jeans or a lot of dress shirts or a lot of wool sweaters or a lot of pearl snap shirts or whatever, you know, just lots of similar stuff so that the people that like that sort of stuff know what they're getting, and it's all going to be the same thing, and it's not going to be like a woman's dress with a pair of kids pants and, you know, a leather jacket and just random stuff. It's going to be lots of the same types of items that you know, that way people can kind of be a little bit more.
I think an in search of list, you know, with what people are normally used to paying for certain items, you know, if you're like, hey, I'm looking for these things, and I'm used to paying $7 for it. You know,
don't lie.
But we know, you know,
Don't lie about what you pay for stuff.
I can't give that to you. You know.
Yeah, I mean, but
because every place has different prices around the nation, and while some people are used to paying, like you're used to paying, you know, 99 cents for your suits, there's other people that are more than happy to pay, you know,
10 or 15 bucks for a quality suit, yeah. So wholesale to resale, yep, that's the name of it for now. I don't know. Like I said, I might change it. I don't want wholesalers to come in, first of all, and I don't want people to like have a misconception about what the group is. I mean, it's a pickers group that just like some of us who, like the people that I know and trust, they know exactly what they're gonna. I know that I can trust them to like not send people crap and to work problems out with people if there's an issue. And I know there's always going to be issues, and the worst buyers are other sellers, you know. So I know I'm gonna be really picky with the stuff that I offer up. I want to make sure that, you know, I know that what I'm offering is, you know, just super high quality.
So are we making like the Silk Road of reselling? Is that what this is becoming?
Bitcoin.
Maybe. I don't know. Like I said, it could just totally fall through and not.
Now you can put Silk Road in the title.
There you go.
I only accept bitcoins for my lots.
What's up, Danica?
I only accept bitcoins for my lots.
Silk Road would get the FBI attention, so you can start a run.
Hell yeah.
Right. But yeah, I added a couple people last night, and then I was like, oh, maybe I don't want to add everybody yet because I still have no idea how it's going to work. I don't even have a banner for the freaking.
You should set up a questionnaire. You know, you can set up like a questionnaire, can't you?
I think you need to definitely change the name and then pin some like quick rules to the top before you do it. Or otherwise, like you said, you don't want to do wholesale. It's going to end up wholesale because that's in the name, and people aren't going to understand that.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
no honey hole. Dude, that
Yeah,
is
I'm not
so
gonna.
awful.
I can't do that.
Oh, you can take Danica out.
Oh, that was your whole plan. We don't want Danica around, so we're gonna call it the honey hole.
There are 9 people in here. This is like the fullest panel you've had in a long time.
I know, and we got 63 viewers. How long has it been since we've even been over 50? I think the time change was pretty good. That was a.
Well, because it brings in a lot more West Coast.
Yeah, exactly. People can actually. They don't have to wake up early.
I appreciate the hardcore followers that get up at 6 a.m., but man, it wouldn't be me.
Well, I just know that I'd be able to watch the replay if I want, but yeah, I mean,
it's not as fun. I don't ever watch any shows on replay. I mean, it's more fun to be in the chat.
yeah, sometimes I do, but not very often. It depends on if I know something happened that I need to, like if somebody, like, oh my God, you won't believe what was on last night, but you know that's very rare. But yeah, it's easy for me because like when I start at 7 my time, you know, I'm getting my kid. I have to stop at 8. Got to get my kid ready for school if I'm the one doing it, and yeah, get her to, and then I'm rushing to get her ready and everything. So now I can drop her off at school, come back, start the show, and I've got plenty of time to go do stuff. And plus, like this morning, you know, I got up at 4 o'clock. I started working, and I was in the zone. You know, I mean, I was in working mode. Boom, 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 knocking stuff out. And it's easier for me like to stop to take my kid to school and then come back, and now I'm ready to, you know, go do this because I've already kind of stopped working for the morning. It gives me an extra hour more or less, because usually when I come back from taking her to school, I swear I just sit around and mess around on Facebook for an hour before I go and do whatever I got to do for the day. Just because, you know, you get out of the zone, out of the frame. But I don't know. What do you guys think of the idea, though? I mean, I don't want to seem like we're trying to cash in or something, because it's not about that. But I do want to make some money, and I feel like I'm in a position where I can make some money and help other people make money. And if everybody's making money, then, you know, I mean,
then everybody's happy.
I dig it. I'm in like 2 of those kind of groups already.
I dig it, man.
Are there other groups that are already doing that kind of thing?
I think didn't you make one like that too?
Yeah, but are they doing it more eBay or is it more Amazon stuff though?
I think at one point we were trying to do it, but we were gonna try and do it amongst like all the panel members that talk. But besides that, no.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
There's a couple of them that I've been in, but I mean, of course I don't pay attention to Facebook that much, so there might have been some great stuff on there, and I just didn't pay attention. So.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I pay too much attention to Facebook, and it's not even really the groups that I'm always messing around in, it's the chats. I just have too many people that I'm always going back and forth with, so it takes up a lot of my time. I thought that Messenger Chrome extension was going to be good, Deb. I realized very quickly that I wasn't even looking at the groups or looking at people's posts. I was just messaging. So, yeah, that's my time suck.
Yeah.
So wait.
He speaks.
So here's something that's weird on that merch. I just sold 2 products, but it doesn't tell me which ones I sold.
Is that on your dashboard?
Yeah, like under it gives a place for product's name. Whatever I sold, it was $19.99.
Well, you should be able to figure it out from there.
They're not. I mean,
how many items? So you've been messing around with merch too, then?
Yeah, I got 10 live, and I just sold my first 2 shirts. but I don't know which ones they were.
How long have you been live on that?
10, probably for about 3 or 4 days.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
And only 10 items.
And you're getting how much?
Let's see what the breakdown is.
Yeah, it depends on the price you put on the shirt.
Oh,
Right.
but, I mean, how much are you? You're just selling T-shirts, and you're getting $24.99. You said?
No. $19.99.
Oh, that's still a good price.
So that's your profit?
But you don't get
that's not my
$19.99.
profit. I get no, I did the math wrong. I suck at math. $14.99, I would imagine. Product purchases $29.98. Estimated royalties $9.28.
Yeah, it's like for a $25 shirt, you get $5, I think.
Sounds like he's making $5 off a $15 shirt.
It sounds like you're making
I thought it
$5
was.
no matter what.
I can't
It's
remember.
the cost of the shirt plus 15% of the price.
So it just depends on what kind of shirt you pick. Like, do you have different like brands and?
You can
styles?
do like American Apparel and then their generic T-shirt. American Apparel is obviously more. You could do front and back. If you do two-sided printing, it's more. I think that adds like another $4 to the cost of the shirt.
And if you do
It's
one,
laid. I mean, it's laid out really well.
Yeah.
It's not hard to figure out what your cost on a shirt's going to be.
And and it tells you before you go live, so you can mess around with the price. There's a whole calculator and
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're only getting $5 a shirt, but think about what you're doing. All you're doing is creating a design and putting it up.
right. And
That's
that's it. And it's available forever. Not like Teespring and stuff like that, where if you
Yep.
don't sell a certain amount in a certain amount of time, it goes away.
Right.
Your stuff forever will pay you if it sells.
Exactly. It's just a passive stream of income. There's no reason not to do it. Does anybody? Well, if somebody wants to design me a Reseller Wakeup shirt, I'll send them a free one.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I want a honey hole T-shirt.
You would not want the one I would design for you for that.
Yeah, actually, you probably would.
Oh, I was helping Paul come up with all the graphics for it last night. Do not go to Google Images if you have Safe Search turned off.
I did it that one time. I was trying to make a funny meme out of like a grandma on the phone. Yeah, and I ended up in like naked grandma on the phone land. It was awful. I was like, this was a bad joke. This was a bad idea.
Yeah.
Like, now if I'm dead, that's in my Google search. Like, I was weirdo.
Deb's like, I ended up here again?
How did I get back here?
Yeah, so Joni asked what repricer I'm using. Really? I have to answer that question to Joni. She's on.
What'd she say?
She asked what repricer I'm using.
Oh.
I'm using Be Cool. BQOO.
Be cool, baby.
I mean, I've been having little issues with it here and there, but they've been good about just answering questions and trying to get to stuff right away. So I've been happy overall. The only problem is, like, I got to get more stuff in there. Got to get more inventory in Amazon. It sells when it starts selling that much faster. The velocity goes up. It's like, damn, I'm down to like 300 items in my inventory again. Yeah, time to go. But yeah, I want to see a picture of Chad's garage.
It got real quiet. Everybody's probably trying to get a picture of Grandma naked on a phone now.
I was learning how to read barcodes.
I don't even know what joke I was trying to say. I don't even know where it played.
I don't think I want to know.
Like naked grandma on the phone. It's like, I need that photo so I can make this joke, and it was like, no, bad idea, Deborah.
Right.
You needed a photo of a naked grandma on the phone to make a joke?
So, Deb, apparently your plush is mooning us.
Yeah, Hello Kitty is like, look at my booty.
Slutty
Now you
kitty.
can put booty in the title.
That's right.
We are helpful for
It's
you.
all about trying to get
FYI.
you the keywords. Naked kitty cats. That's what you need to put. Naked kitty cats.
It needs to be spelled Neked.
Neek.
TKs. Nekkid.
Naked.
Naked.
Yeah, that's definitely not one to search Google for.
Yeah, so trying to read the chat and see what's going on. As usual, Ronnie's giving me crap about everything. That's his MO.
Is that the real Ronnie or is that a troll?
Oh, he doesn't. He's the best kind of troll. He's the kind that doesn't care that he's trolling you.
Troll this.
He doesn't even try to hide it. He doesn't hide behind fake names. Michael Stone pulled a muscle. Poor Michael.
What's he so mad at Amazon about?
Probably just returns. And
Yeah, it was like a $100-something return,
Yeah.
and yeah, it was used electronic, which everyone knows. I say that's really risky.
it is really risky.
I don't do the used electronics thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
I would, unless it's merchant fulfilled, I wouldn't do it.
I think a lot of with electronics, in my opinion, on Amazon is avoiding items that people might potentially not know how to hook up, not know how to activate. Like Wi-Fi routers. I was talking to somebody about that this morning. You know, a lot of people don't know how to hook them up, or they can't get them to work with their cable system, or they can't whatever. I would never send those into Amazon simply for that reason. It's avoiding. It's about having more. It's not that all electronics are evil, but like those business card scanners, Adam, that you had such a problem with.
Man, those were BS.
Well, it was because those were no longer, they were obsolete with most newer versions of Windows. So that was a learning lesson for Adam, I think, to like avoid items that might have driver issues that people can't figure out how to install. I mean, I just avoid crap like that.
Yeah, I'm starting to list my remote controls on eBay too because I've been having so many returns, and I think it's one of two things. Either people are buying them and they don't have the right equipment for the remote, so it doesn't work, or they're buying the remote and then their kid is like, "What the hell? You spent $100 on a remote? Just use your freaking phone."
Or they don't know what they need.
Yeah.
They don't know what they need to be. Like I ordered a replacement remote for our Sony. We got like an old school Sony receiver for our surround sound, and it's, finding the remote was, next to impossible. But I finally found on eBay, I found the exact same model receiver that somebody was selling with the remote, figured out what it looked like, looked at the picture, got the number off the remote, and then went over to Amazon once I knew that that's exactly the remote. People don't do that. They're like, oh, it's silver and it says Sony and it's for a surround, that'll work, and then they order it, and then it doesn't work.
I ran into that problem selling parts. It was a lot of, well, it looked like the same one. It looked like, and I'm like, but I specifically said it wasn't gonna fit that.
Mm-hmm.
I've had him say, like, I had one return that opened up, and the guy was like, well, this doesn't fit in my machine. And I said, well, what series do you have? And he's like, oh, I have a DeLonghi machine. And I was like, it says 3 times that it doesn't work in that machine. It has to be a Krups. And he's like, oh, well, it looked like it was going to work. I'm like, well, that's not my problem.
I know, right? It's a little...
I was reading Michael Stone's post, and he said Amazon gave a $100 refund, and I don't get any reason as to why. I mean, that's just normal with Amazon until it comes back and because they're going to issue the money. They're going to suck the money out, issue a return label to that person. When you got a 50-50 chance they won't even return the item. But it's not even going to show up in your returns on Amazon until it gets back.
Yeah, and if they don't return it, then eventually, like 45 days later or something, they issue the refund back to you.
Get a credit. I mean, it does suck. They should be more transparent. But I think part of the reason, my opinion, why they don't do that, if they showed the reason and showed all the communications that went on behind, I think a lot of newer sellers would jump on there and try to contact the buyer and and that's the whole point of FBA
is for you to stay out of the customer service.
Don't contact the buyer. It's a violation. They don't like it. They don't want you to do it.
So it's not that they're trying to necessarily keep you in the dark, but I think if they were more transparent about the reasons and all that, then you'd have some sellers that were new that would get on there and start because it goes on all the time with eBay. You'd probably have sellers that would get on there and message the person that bought it through FBA and be like, "What do you mean it doesn't work? I'm not saying everybody would do that, but there's probably a lot of people that would get that eBay mentality and probably do that."
I had a very lengthy conversation with Amazon about that. I got into a debate about, no, you're not supposed to do that. You know, they are strongly against you contacting their customers. Those are their customers. Those are not your customers. That's your product, but that's not your customer.
Right.
And so I got into a very lengthy conversation with seller support about it, and they're like, no, you're not allowed. You don't do that. If you see somebody do it, report them. You know, and I was like, I'm not trying to report someone. I'm just trying to get, exact information about what is supposed to happen and what's not.
Yeah.
No, you do not contact our customers.
If I get a return and the customer doesn't try to contact me or they don't leave a feedback or something, then I just leave it alone. It's like whatever, and then I pull it back when I need to, and then half the time it's fine. Like most of the time it's fine. I've had returns that were a little annoying. Like I had a VCR come back one time that looked like somebody took a hammer to the back of it. And I was like, what the hell? It was, literally, like, it was completely, the case was crushed and broken, like somebody had hammered it. I don't know how it happened, but yeah.
It's really, I'm reading through the rest of Michael's post, it's really just with Amazon, for me, it's been about finding items that are more bulletproof. I sent in anything and everything. When I first started, I learned that textbooks have a little bit higher rate of return because people drop classes. People that sign up for the class, buy the book, and then they drop the class or whatever, or they don't need the book, or they find out their friend has a copy of the book or whatever, and they return it. So textbooks have a little higher rate of return. Like I said it on something recently, I had on one of the shows, I had one textbook that came back 3 times. Eventually, the 4th time it sold, it stuck. But in the 1 month period, it just kept coming back. CDs, CDs kind of have a little bit higher rate of return. Do people burn the music once they get them and then return them? I don't know. But they tend to have, that's not going to stop me from selling those items, but I'm not going to get stressed about it if I see a higher rate of return because I know to expect it. Does that make sense?
Right.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's why I make sure when I'm selling that type of stuff that I try and get it for nothing. I'm not going to go and buy a CD for like a $50 CD or CD that's worth $50. I'm not going to pay $15 or $20 for it like I would, a retail arbitrage item to resell for $50 because there's just too, like you said, too big of a risk of something bad happening.
Well, and with retail arbitrage stuff, you've got to pay attention not just to sales ranking, but to reviews. I think it was like the Magic Jack recently, a couple months ago, that somebody discovered, the Magic Jack doesn't work anymore. They don't support it. If you go read the reviews for that item, they're horrible, which tells you that you're going to get a high rate of return if it's only got, let's say 2.5 out of 5 star, product reviews on that item. There's a chance that most people, 50-50 chance, people aren't going to be able to figure out how to use it or it's not supported and they're going to send it back.
Right. Like over the weekend when I was scanning with Profit Bandit, this is the first item that I realized Profit Bandit was screwed up because I scanned this item. It was like a rabbit. Those little TV tuner USB things?
Yeah.
And it's not even a TV tuner. But I scanned it. They were $2.99 each. That Profit Bandit came up that they were selling for like $12 or something, and my profit was going to be like $8 a piece. I was like, oh, sweet. And there were like 30 of them sitting there. And I'm like, wait a minute. So I started looking, and there were a bunch of new offers from like $3. I was like, what the hell? So I started getting into everything, and I couldn't get Profit Bandit to like give me an accurate profit. But then I went and looked at the reviews. It turns out it's not a tuner at all. All it is, it's a little USB stick that you plug into your computer that has a bunch of links to various like streaming websites all over the internet. So it's a collection for $3. It saves you a lot of time, effort. It might be worth it to some people, but it was, the reviews on it were terrible. So I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm passing. But
like Mike and Brian, do you remember last year Dollar General when we were doing the retail arbitrage thing? Is Mike still there? There were those little flashlight sets. They were like Spider-Man that had like a flashlight and something else. I remember we talked about like almost every single one of mine got returned.
and then I'd recall them back, and because they were just crappy toys that didn't work very good.
I didn't get any returns on those.
I didn't. Well, not every single one of them, but I got a pretty high rate of return on them.
Yeah, when it comes to toys, I think you have a lot less to worry about because most people buy them for gifts. They give them to their kid or their grandkid or their friend's kid or whatever it is, and that's a wrap. You don't have to worry about it anymore. But I mean, I don't get a whole lot of returns on toys at all. Every once in a while, I'll get some like that's what always worried me about the Walgreens toys because they're so like cheap and junky, and they're selling for like $10-15 a piece. You're only paying $3. It's like, well, oh well. But I mean, I had good luck last year. What's up, Deb? You look like you want to talk. And now she's talking to somebody else.
She's talking to somebody else. God.
Well, she was sitting there looking at the camera, doing her thing, where she's like, waiting.
If you would shut up, I could talk.
I know.
I have that look down.
Yeah. Are you looking at me like that right now?
No.
I got a return on a fireplace DVD, and they said it was defective, and I'm wondering if they were expecting heat.
There's no make my house warm.
I'm still cold.
Why the cold's not go?
I put this on my TV and the TV burned up.
Burst into flames.
Right.
I'm like, what is it was brand new. It was brand new, and it was apparently defective. And I'm like, all right, buddy. I don't know why, but...
Yeah. So, I think we're going to wrap this up, guys. This is basically going to be it for now. I'm going to try and stick to just Wednesdays. We might go up and we might do it more often. It just depends on what my days look like, basically. I'm going to have a haul video. Huh?
Whatever we feel like.
Yeah, whatever we feel like. But tomorrow I'm going to have a haul video put up, and, if you see anything you like, just message me because it's all for sale. But we're going to start doing it, though. I'm going to mess around with this group, see how we like it, see what kind of results we get, what kind of feedback we get, and who knows, we might become suppliers for some of you people if that's your thing. If you get crappy thrift stores and you have trouble sourcing and you like doing certain types of items, whatever, just keep a lookout. I don't know if I'm going to be just putting a couple pictures up or if I'm going to be doing videos, like YouTube videos, like haul video style. I might do that just to make sure. I mean, I want people to know exactly what they're getting and before they spend any money. And I mean, like I said, I'm picky when I'm outsourcing, but I might not be as picky as you are. So I want you to make sure if you have any questions or whatever about any of these lots or whatever, then you'll be able to let us know. And some of you guys, who else is planning on doing some of it? Are you gonna do it, Dusty?
Yeah, I've got stuff in the basement. I'm kind of cleaning that a little right now, but I got a bunch of stuff in the basement I need to go through.
Yeah.
And I know there's decent crap down there.
Right. And Mike, I know are you still buying those pallets where you end up with a lot of stuff that you can't send in?
No, not anymore.
Okay.
Now he's buying pallets with stuff that he can send in.
Oh.
What's that?
So you figured it out?
Yeah, well, I found a place that sells better pallets.
Oh, okay. Nice.
So I'm making or whatever, but it's not. I have ways of getting rid of it, so
okay.
It's not like half of the pallet trying to figure it out kind of thing. So.
Right. All right. So the name of the new group for now is Wholesale to Resell. That could change. Not sure what it's going to end up being, but that's just the name that we came up with off the cuff last night. And yeah, rebate. There you go. That's a good idea. But it could change. And just if you're interested in that kind of stuff, if you want to, like if you have trouble finding good product or whatever, or maybe you're in a situation where you have trouble getting to a thrift store, you live in the middle of nowhere, or whatever it is, then keep a lookout because I think we'll be able to help each other out. Reseller Wakeup's my Facebook group. Don't forget that. You can go and pin the latest episode at the top of the or I put in the latest episode at the top of the group every day, so that it's really easy to find if you're finding the show on Facebook. And you can also subscribe to my channel. It notify you when stuff goes live, when I put up haul videos, how-to videos, impromptu shows, which, who knows, there might be more of those. I'm rethinking the schedule now. I don't know. I mean, we had like 65, 70 viewers today. Maybe it's not such a bad thing to have it on this time. But yeah, just let me know what you guys think. You know, you can comment in the description below or in the comment section below once the video goes off air. You can go to the Facebook group and comment anything there. And, you know, just give us an idea what you think of it. And then, of course, if you like the content, hit that like button. Thumbs up, please. It lets us know that you like what you saw. But,
Oh, if you talk to me in the YouTube chat, I forgot to bring it up, so I wasn't being rude.
Oh, is somebody talking to you?
I don't know.
All right.
I didn't pull it
Just
up.
in case.
Well, people always say hi and, you know, that kind of thing. And
Actually, your name hasn't even come up.
She's like, if I avoided you or ignored you, it wasn't you personally. I just ignored everyone.
God damn.
Right.
This show's not all about you, Danica.
I know.
Everything is about me.
All right, guys, Bitcoin.